Good morning, boys and girls. It is Miss White. It is Monday, April 13th, 2026, and we are starting a brand new life cycle of a chicken unit here at Hogansville Elementary. This year I'm teaching kindergarten. This is probably my 7th or 8th year of hatching baby chicks. If you go on our YouTube channel, Miss White's class, I know we have several past students who are all the way in 8th, 9th grade now who have hatched chickens with me, and they like to watch us do this every year. So Miss White's class is our YouTube channel, and you can watch our whole process. This year you can also go back through archived years and watch them in the past, but today we are starting a brand new unit. It will be 21 days long. Our chicks will hatch around Monday, May 4th, and on Friday, May 8th will be our date for all of the grades and classes in Hogansville Elementary School to be invited to come and listen to a presentation from our students here this year, as well as look at their writing and get to hold a baby chick. So let's get started. Today is day one. We're looking at the life cycle of a chicken. I want to show you a few things before we get going. The first one is the actual 21-day process. So what we're going to do is start on day one, and we're going to look inside the egg every day for how the embryo is growing and changing. We're going to watch this process all the way from day one until day 21 when the baby chicks hatch. We're going to see what's happening, what's developing each day. So what I want to start with is a really cool video that explains what happens. It goes super fast, so I'm going to walk you through it as it goes, okay? So it's getting ready. It's going to walk us from day 1 to day 21 and show us what's happening, okay? And I'm just sort of going to narrate what's going on each day, okay? We're going to start with day 1. On day 1, tissue development starts. So you'll be able to see changes even on the very first day of what's happening in a fertilized egg. Day 2, the heart forms and begins to beat. Day 3, blood vessels grow. Day 4, you have limb development, the wings and the legs. The brain and the eye you have on day 5. Elbow. Day 6, you have digits forming. The beak development begins. On day 7, the beak continues to grow. Day 8, you have feathers. You'll actually be able to see them on day 8 start to grow. On day 9, the mouth begins to open. Day 10, you have claws developing. Day 11, tail feathers appear. Day 12, scales form on the feet and legs. Day 13, you have eyelids that form. Day 14, the head starts to turn towards the large end of the egg. This is where he's actually going to hatch from. Day 15, he draws all of the abdomen, the stomach, up inside of him. Day 16, his body's covered in feathers. Day 17, the head is tucked between the legs. Day 18, it's pretty much cramped inside there, and the yolk sac continues to be sucked in. Day 19 draws into the abdomen. Day 20 is when you see the first pipping and zipping coming. And day 21 is the hatching day. All right, and we're going to look at lots of different parts of this development process as we go along. So what I want to do today is just look at a couple other slides if we can. Let's see if it's gonna work with me. Well, I think it closed us out. That's okay. All right, let's go over to the incubator. We're gonna look at lots of different things throughout this process. So today we're looking at our incubator. I have been reading the instruction manual. This is my 2nd year using this new incubator. I've used a lot of different kinds over the years. What we're looking for is 99.5 degrees of temperature, and we're looking at between 50 and 55% of humidity. This one has a countdown. It starts on day 21. It also has a built-in egg turner. So these yellow trays in here turn back and forth about once an hour. You'll hear them turn. It also has a built-in water bottle. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the eggs that are going in. These eggs on top of this first paper towel were picked yesterday from hens at my house that we hatched last year. So what we're going to try to do is we are going to put in a few of these eggs, and then when I turn the video off in just a minute, I'll finish putting all of them in. So I'm turning the egg turners. Watch. See how they rock back and forth? This is what they do once an hour. They rock back and forth. And the reason why is so that the egg, the embryo on the inside doesn't stick to one side or the other. So we're going to get these trays facing upright. We're going to take the lid off. And then we're going to put in a few of these eggs over here into our incubator. And then when I turn the video off, I'll put the rest of them in. Now, some of my hens, you're going to see dirty spots on there because you don't wash them when you put them in the incubator. You want to leave them with that protective coating on the outside. So we are going to stack the eggs up. I'm going to see how many we have. We may end up doing them like this, or we may end up laying them down horizontally. But we are going to be looking at some of the different shades of eggs. Why are they different colors? That's one thing that we're going to be learning about as we go. Why do we have eggs that are different colors? Why are the eggs that you mainly buy in the grocery store all white? And why do we have brown eggs, pink eggs, spotted eggs, green eggs? So I'm just going to fill in a couple. Let me get to one that I can show you that is different. This one is a green egg that we have going in. This is still a chicken. It's just a different breed of chickens. So when you see different shades, some of them are light, some of them are white, some are pink, spotted, green. They are just different breeds of chickens. The last thing I want to show you today before we get off is our very first day of vocabulary words. So if we look right here, we're going to be learning 3 new words today: incubator, chicken, and eggs. We're going to be learning about what the incubator is. It's a place that keeps eggs warm while the chickens are growing inside. What a chicken is, it is a kind of bird, and then an egg is an oval shape that has a yolk, and a chicken may grow inside of it. On day 1, the head, brain, and eyes begin to form. Now, what my students are going to be doing is they're going to be writing a narrative story today. They're going to start one called Let Me Out. It's about a chicken that's stuck inside of an egg, and we're going to use these factual information pieces, the head, brain, and eyes begin to form, to talk through what our chicken is feeling like as he's stuck inside this egg. So today the kids are going to be writing about how the head is growing, the brain is forming, and the eyes begin to form. Okay, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on day 1 of our Life Cycle of a Chicken Unit 2026.